Hello, and welcome back to the Swollmates podcast. We are finalizing our little studio here in our home. So, I put up this cool wallpaper. So pretty. We got some chairs. We got some cool little pink tables. You can't really see them too much in the camera, but we got it all set up. And eventually, we want to put like a little logo right here for Swollmates podcast. But yeah, we've been working hard on getting this little room together so that we could just jump in here and do a podcast whenever we think about a topic, right?
Yeah, we want to put like a little neon Swollmates podcast logo,
Mm-hmm.
some lights, something cool, trendy, like the podcasts that are in
Okay.
style right now.
Yeah, we're gonna get like some cooler lights and stuff too, I think. But yeah, so we wanted to hop on and start a Valentine's Day special because it's February 1st. Today's the 1st of February 2025. And there's a lot of topics that have to do with health and fitness and relationships that we wanted to go over. So, if you don't already know, me and Shane have been together for 15 years now. We dated for 2 years, we've been engaged for 2 years, and then we've been married for 11 years now. Almost 12. It's going to be 12 in March, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And before, I wasn't into fitness. I would do like activities, I would do dance and stuff like that, but I had never
Weight
tried
training.
weight training or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I met you,
Personal trainer.
you were a personal trainer. You had been powerlifting like previously, right before that. You had been bodybuilding. You were getting back into bodybuilding when I met you.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons why I wanted you to work out was because you would always be like, "Where are you going?" and "What time are you coming back?" So I was just like, you know what, this is a big part of my life,
Mm-hmm.
so I need her to get into this
Mm-hmm.
too because it's a big part of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll always remember when you first started training me because I was like so awkward. I was just really skinny. I didn't have any muscle, and you taught me how important it is to look healthy too. Like this,
Yeah, I remember that.
remember you
Because I
telling me.
remember you would tell me, "Why do you want me to eat like this? I'm already skinny."
Mm-hmm.
And I would tell you, like, "Yeah, but you don't look healthy. Like, you look like pale and yellow. Like, so that's one thing. Like, just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you would teach me that. You would teach me how to work out. I remember you took me into the gym and you would train me, and you'd be like, "Okay, we're gonna put this workout with this workout. What's it called?" And I'd be like it's called a superset
Yeah,
when you
an
put it together.
exercise. Yeah, first one exercise and then another one.
Uh-huh.
What is this called when you like go from one exercise to the other with
Mm-hmm.
very little rest?
Mm-hmm. So you were not only just like putting me in a gym and showing me what to do or telling me what to do, you were explaining everything to me. You were educating on me, educating it to me, which I think is really important to, especially for a woman who's never been in the gym, to be educated on how the gym works,
Mm-hmm.
how you can work different muscle groups, how you can change your body to look in the way that you want it to look.
And what made you like be open to it? Um, like
Mm-hmm.
was it because you were in love with me, or like what made you want to do it? Because right now I have a friend of mine that's trying to convince his girlfriend to get into this, but
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ask Lizzie,
Mm-hmm.
like what made her be like, well, you know what, I want to do this, I want to learn too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that I've always had the want to like be attractive in any way that I can. Like I would learn how to do my makeup, I would learn how to do my hair, and I saw this, and I was inspired actually from one of my friends too. Remember, I told you that she
Yeah.
did pageants, and I just thought she was so beautiful. And when I found out like she weights trains and she drank protein shakes and all this stuff, I was like, really? Like that's what my dad does, but oh, you
Mm.
do this too?
You didn't know
And you
like a
look
girl
great.
did it.
Like I didn't know that girls did that.
Mm.
And so that inspired me. And then when you started teaching me and you were also into it, that like took it to the next level. That's when I was like, okay, yeah, I do want to try this. And when I started to see the changes, even just a little bit of changes in my body, that's when I got addicted to it. I was like,
Mm.
wow, look, like my arms do look better. They don't just look like skinny sticks anymore. They look like, oh, there's some tone there,
And you didn't have like um, misconceptions about it, like, and there's a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
Mexican myths that say like you're gonna get all bulky or you
Yeah.
need to lose the fat first.
Yeah, no, thank God I had never been
No,
exposed to those
really.
stereotypes. But I mean, I think that would be something hard to overcome if like your
Your
mom had
mom,
told
yeah.
you like, no, don't weight train. You're gonna look like a man.
Or you get like
Or
with a
something.
guy with guys,
Mm-hmm.
it's always that the parents would always tell you don't weight train or you're gonna get short. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get short. You're not gonna grow. You're gonna stunt your growth. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's a big one too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess that's something that I think nowadays too, with social media and everything out
Yeah.
there, kind of those myths are already debunked.
You know,
So
one
it's
of
not
my
really a
uncles,
thing.
I think, once told me that if you weight train and you become a bodybuilder, you'll become gay because you fall in love with your body.
It just
Yeah.
happens like that. You just become gay.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah.
But there's those funny myths out there that I think that thank God now we have social media, so it's not so bad out there. Like, but also when I started, there was no social media. There was no information out there for women on weightlifting, and now thank God there is a lot of information, and I think most women do know that you're not going to get bulky. I mean, hopefully they know that. I'm telling you now, you won't get bulky unless you're lifting super heavy, you're doing a ton of supplements, you're trying to get bulky.
It's hard.
Like, it's really hard to get bulky
Yeah,
as a woman
hard.
because we don't have that testosterone, you know?
Yeah.
So don't be scared, ladies.
You're not gonna
I
get
think,
buff like that.
yeah.
I had a client of mine one time that would tell me, "Bro, I don't want to get big like you, bro.
Mhm.
I don't want to get big like you, bro." And I told him after a while, I just told him, "Bro, you are never gonna get like me. I'm telling you right now, never ever." And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "Bro, I barely can convince you to do 3 meals.
Mm-hmm.
Like I eat 6 meals a day to
Yeah.
be this big."
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
It's
taking
harder
a lot of
than
work
what
to
it
get bulky,
what
so.
people think it is.
Yeah. But I think that also strengthened our bond a lot once I got into lifting as well with you. I think that like made us stronger together because we had that time together and everything in the gym too. It wasn't like you were going off to the gym and I was just sitting at home waiting for you. I was with you. I was seeing the environment that you're in. I wasn't worried like, oh, is he checking out other girls or something in the gym, because I was there with you. I was watching you. I was seeing you, everything, you know. So I think that time together really strengthened our bond, and I think that that's important in relationships in general, that the woman could be there at the gym with him so that she could have that time together and that trust, and then also for her own health, you know.
So we should do the topics that we were talking about and like answer them one by one.
Okay. Yeah, so we wrote down a few topics, and the first one was like lifting together. So that's what I was leading into.
Okay.
Like lifting together. Should you lift together? Should you lift apart? Men have different goals than girls. So, I do see some couples like working out together and some that don't. So maybe if you're both overweight and you do need to both lose weight, you could work out together because you have that same goal of losing weight. But like for me and you, your workouts are very different than my workouts.
Yeah,
So,
but I feel like um, I feel like couples can work out together. Like
yeah.
we have the same muscles. A lot of people, a lot of couples, like the majority, like 90% of the couples want to be toned and cut, healthy. So
Yeah, I think for the majority, it's not like the man wants to get huge and the girl wants to
yeah.
get small.
So I would think like if you starting off or you're like medium level,
Yeah.
I think that they should work out together. Maybe like women might have like a 2 leg day instead of a guy that has 1 leg day. So I would tell the girl, you know what? Do a second leg day on your own and just concentrate on glutes, kickbacks, stuff that guys normally wouldn't do.
Yeah.
But the reason why we're different is because you're in a totally different division than I am. Like I'm doing more bodybuilding and you're doing more like bikini fitness, you know?
Yeah. And I think I see that a lot in the gym. I do see couples working out together and it looks like they're having a lot of fun together. Like look up workouts ahead of time that you guys could both do. That's like, say, abs and arms or something like that, and then like I'll see couples like helping each other with the planks and stuff on the floor, and I think it's really cute, and I think it's a really good bonding time. So if you can do, or maybe just twice a week work out together and twice a week on your own, you could split it up like that too. But I think if you could get like 1 or 2 workouts together, it's fun and it can build your relationship. Like I had fun the other day when you came and hit legs with me. You did my leg workout. It was a lot of fun, which we hadn't worked out together in a long time.
Yeah.
But whenever we're out of town, we kind of work out together too.
Yeah.
We kind of like we stay close to each other.
Yeah.
And we do different things, but we're close to each other. And also, I like to like check you out while you're working out. Turns me on. Your muscles all big. So that can be a little thing for you, Okay, so next topic.
I don't get turned on. I just admire you. Like, oh, she's so pretty working out.
You don't get turned on?
No, I just admire you. Like, oh, she's so beautiful.
Well, thank you.
I think you think like a man, and I think like a girl.
Maybe. Well, also, I don't think like men. I don't think they get turned on by women working out in general.
You'd be surprised.
We've seen
over the past 20 years that we've been in the gym business, we've seen guys record girls while they're working
Oh,
out.
that's true. That is a thing. Yeah.
Like we caught one
You're
guy
right.
one time recording girls working out, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Why are you like recording girls
I
working
know.
out?"
What are they gonna do with that video?
Yeah, when there's like so much stuff online that you can
Yeah.
find.
You could just go on Instagram and watch a girl
Yeah.
working out. Maybe it's like something to do with the recording process. That, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so next we're going to talk about balancing fitness goals and relationship priorities. So how to maintain a healthy relationship when you're working towards your fitness goals. So I think that really has to do a lot with the bodybuilding aspect. Like if you are really wanting to be a bodybuilder, I think that is a really hard balance because you have to give it your all. If you're going to do a bodybuilding show, you have to be in the zone 100%.
Yeah.
You can't like be distracted. And I think that, and we've come across that too in our own relationship because I get really like that into the zone.
You can't eat out, you can't go drinking, you can't go partying, you can't stay up late. Like all that is out. You know?
And so it does create it can create a drift between you guys. So I think that it's important if you are going to be in a relationship and you are going to do a bodybuilding show that you make the time to prioritize your significant other, because bodybuilding is a hobby. It's not a career for most of us. It's a hobby and it's just something that you're doing like for yourself, but it can't consume your life so much that you neglect your partner.
Yeah, I kind of like felt like that when you were, because you're a pro, so pro level is another level too. But I started kind of like thinking differently now. What I started telling myself, like, it's cool. I'm gonna start doing what she's doing, kind of like to motivate myself and like also be on the zone, you know, and look good and feel good.
Yeah.
Like, so I started getting hardcore, like with you, by not eating out, by not drinking, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think at some points I was really, really strict with it and I would not eat out at all. This past year, what we did was we would still have some date nights, but we would eat clean on the date nights. So say we would go to like West Texas and we would get like, I would get like a chicken breast or something like that. We would go after church for lunch or something like that. So I learned to get a little less strict with that, with eating out and just eating clean. And then we also made it a thing this year that after every show, we would go on a cool date night somewhere and have a cheat meal. So that could kind of lead up into our next subject, which is about like the nutrition aspect, is you guys can plan as a couple, even if you're trying to reach a fitness goal, whether it's weight loss, whether it's putting on muscle, planning a cheat meal together makes it even more special, even more unique than you just going to Dunkin' Donuts and getting a donut by yourself for your cheat meal.
So
you know?
if you're starting into the fitness into the fitness lifestyle, just know that your nutrition is really big part of your goals. And every time like you go out, even if you try to eat healthy, it's bad for you. It's restaurants, everything is so bad for you. You can try to eat healthy, you can try to like not eat carbs and all that, but it's not the same.
Even if you get like salads, like you go to Corner Bakery and ask for a salad, it's 1,000 calories in that salad, and your whole day's calories 1,300. So they're like, how am I going to like eat out?
So what you do,
you
and also you'll save a lot of money too when you start eating from home, because you're gonna look better, you're gonna feel better, you're gonna save money. So what we do is what I would suggest couples to do is plan a date night, like plan a Friday night date night. Let's go to, you know, like to a nice restaurant, or let's go have a cheat meal, a wing stop, whatever. And that way it's like the highlight, you know?
Yeah, it's like the highlight of your week, and also you're secluding it to one meal. You're not like, oh, let's go cheat and let's go get this and this and this from the grocery store or whatever. No, you're secluding it to one meal. This is our cheat meal. We have it then, and then we're back on our diet when you get back, you know? So, and then it makes it special. It makes it different and fun, and you can pick different places that you've never been to eat. You can go out somewhere cool, you know?
Yeah, like last time we went to this really cool place here called Cafe Italia, which is like brick oven pizzas.
Yeah.
And they also have a ribeye steaks on the brick oven. It tastes amazing. So what we do is we split a margarita pizza in half. They're not huge. They're like medium size. And then we split the ribeye steak in half.
Yeah.
And that was like
perfect. Like we were full. We didn't even need dessert or anything because we were so full and it was so delicious.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's something that you should keep in mind as a couple if you're going into this fitness lifestyle. Do a cheat meal once a week, just a meal. Okay. All right. So let's talk about how to support each other on each other's fitness journey. So like we were talking about in the car, like you have a client who they're trying to get their girlfriend into the gym. He's really into the gym. She doesn't want to be in the gym. So how could he support her to get into the gym too?
Yeah.
So I think that one of the ways to do it is just to
So first, let me
constantly
tell you a little bit, like a little bit of their
the story.
background.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like the the girlfriend had a really bad relationship with the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because family or friends would always criticize her
Mm-hmm.
and be like, you know what, you need to start working out, like negatively.
Mm-hmm.
So she always felt like if she were to work out, she's like giving them pleasure.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if
Yeah.
you're getting bullied all the time and then you do what
You
the
finally
bully
give in to them. Yeah.
give into them. Yeah, I think that's how she feels, which is so sad.
Yeah.
But they could happen in people's families and all that. So first he tried to work on that,
Mm-hmm.
saying like, you know what, this is for you. You ignore everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
This is your life. This is your body, your fitness journey. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was
First,
how
you need to eliminate psychological aspects and that is hard. That's really tough.
Yeah.
But I think if you talk to them the right way and you encourage them positively, that's what's gonna eventually get them into the gym. So like, say he would have brought her to the gym one day and saw how she had some old tennis shoes. He'd be like, you know what, babe, like let's go get you some new tennis shoes because you did so good at the gym today. Take her and buy some tennis shoes, and maybe that'll give her a little motivation for the next time. Like, oh, I want to wear my new tennis shoes. You know, or like just words of affirmation, like. You did really good on that workout. I saw you really pushing yourself. I'm so proud of you. Or even if you see like a little change in their body, like, oh, your arms are looking a little more toned. Just constant encouragement like that is going to really support the other person in their fitness journey.
And it's crazy because the stuff that he's working on, like for example, one time she had a really hard day. So what she wanted to do is just go to Whataburger and eat a big burger with fries, kind of like to just like reward herself for having such a tough week. So how do you deal with that? How do you do that?
I don't know. I mean, anybody should not use food as rewards. Like that's just people will use food for any emotional aspect. I had a crap week, I'm gonna eat food. Oh, I had a great week, I'm gonna eat good food. I'm gonna like they'll use any excuse to eat.
So how do you break away from that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe take her shopping to go get clothes instead of food. You know, take her shopping, take her on a date that's maybe a little more higher quality food than a Whataburger or something. You know, and just trying to think of fun, different ways to do it than food. But yeah, I think that's like the biggest aspect is just the constant encouragement. That's what you have to do. And if they slip here and there, they get Whataburger, don't go down on them like, oh, I can't believe you're doing that. I'm trying to get you into the gym and you're doing this. Like you can't put them down. You just have to constantly.
Yeah, you have to watch your words really carefully.
Yeah. Yeah, so just, you know, support each other. And then, you know what's something we were talking about too that I was like, oh, how would you approach this? So say that you're in a relationship with somebody and they want to do a goal that you're not attracted to. Like say that you are dating me and I said, you know what, I want to be a big bodybuilder. Like I want to get huge. I want to get huge shoulders and arms and everything, and you were not into that. How would you approach it? Like what would you think?
Oh man. I guess you would tell yourself it's only temporary. She's only going to do this temporarily. It's not like she's going to be like that the rest of her life.
I mean, maybe, but what if I did want to be like that the rest of my life?
Oh, that's a hard one.
That's a hard one. I think, like, I don't know, communication is always key with every relationship. So sometimes it may hurt to have to tell the other person, but maybe if I told you, like, oh, I want to be huge, and then you told me, you know what, like, I'm not really attracted to, like, huge girls that are big and muscular. Like,
what if you go, like, I don't care, that's what I want to do?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think this podcast is going to help anybody.
It's just a topic. It's just a topic of discussion. Maybe people can leave some comments about it here and say, like, what would you do in this situation? Because, like, we've talked about that too. Like, you know, like if somebody's like overweight, or if you're both overweight, say I got into this relationship with you and we were eating pizza and burgers and we were constantly cheating and we were getting fat together and I loved this life. And then you're like, you know what? I don't want to live this life anymore. I want to lose all this weight and I'm going to start eating clean. And I'm like, wait, I got into this relationship with you eating pizza.
I've seen that happen.
I've seen that so many times. And then they end up splitting up because
Yeah.
one person wants it and one person doesn't.
Wow.
And it's hard. So, I mean, but I think that love should conquer all. If you really love that person and that's what they really want to do, you should support them no matter what. At the end of the day, you know? And if they're going to do something that's going to better their health, why tell them not to, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So in the end, it's better for their health. They're going to live a long life for you, for your children, and all of that. Okay, next subject. So, date night ideas for fitness lovers, or say that you're trying to get into the fitness life together. What are some cool date nights you could do that don't involve food? One, you could do rock wall climbing. That's a cool place that just opened up here. We have rock wall climbing. You could do, what's that one with the
Pickleball.
pickleball? You could do a dance
Axe throwing.
class. Axe throwing, yeah. You
Dance.
could do
Folklorico dance or
like a jazz class or whatever
Mhm.
when they learn like the couple ones. You could do a park date, like bring your own food to the park. We used to do that a lot. We used to go to the park.
we were poor.
When we were poor. You could also like take a drive somewhere cool, like or a hike
Yeah.
if you're into outdoorsy stuff, which we're not into outdoorsy stuff, but some people are. You could drive up to like a really cool view and have like a dinner up there too, like how we have what's it called? Trans Mountain Scenic Drive, stuff like that. There's a lot of things that you can do as a couple that don't involve food or drinking, because drinking is just going to hinder your progress in the gym, and it's not great for your relationship either.
And it's poison.
It's poison to your body. So I mean, here and there, if you guys want to enjoy some wine together and stuff like that, we're not saying don't do it altogether, but in the long run, your health is going to be better if you avoid doing tons of activities that involve food and drinks. Right? You're going to save a lot of money too, because when we used to go out and get drinks, the bill would be like $200. Now that we go out and we don't have drinks, the bill's like $130. It's like way less without drinks. All right. So let's talk about dealing with body image in the relationship. So, for example, let's say that I just don't feel good about my body and I'm constantly putting myself down. I'm like, oh, look at this flab, look at this, look at that. I think that is something that can also really hinder a relationship. And it's something that gets into all of our minds when we get into the fitness industry.
Yeah.
Like, as me as a bodybuilder,
You
I'm
start
like,
having
oh,
body
babe, look
issues.
at this. I'm not getting rid of this. But if I'm pointing that out to you constantly, like, it's not something that you would have noticed at all.
Yeah.
But if I'm constantly nagging
yeah.
about it, I'm constantly saying this, you're going to start to see it.
Yeah, especially with men. And that's something that you were doing, and I told you, stop it. At one point, she would tell me, I hate this about myself, I hate this about myself. And I would tell her, you know what? Like, for a guy, that's not a turn on. Like, we don't even see that. But now that you're saying it, like, I guess, like, what would turn me on about you was your confidence. You were so confident, and you know what I mean? And you were doing that. So it was kind of like turning me off. And just know, girls, that guys rarely notice stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, like, what I like to view it as how you, as men see women, is kind of like with, like, squinted eyes. Like, when you see a picture, it looks like, or a person kind of, like, squinted, it looks perfect. They're not examining you like this, like with a microscope, you know? And we, as girls, we look in the mirror and we're looking like a microscope, and we're looking at every little tiny blemish, and they're not looking at you like that at all. So I think keep that in check, especially as a woman. Don't be dogging yourself so bad. Don't be putting yourself down so much. And it's not going to help you in the long run with your fitness journey. Like, you're just going to hold yourself back by thinking negatively all the time. You want to think positive affirmations on yourself, like, I'm getting there, I'm working on my body, I'm getting to the body that I want to have. And that way your mind is focused, then your body is going to follow. You know? And what do you think about, like, with men when they have body images issues, like being overweight or something like that?
Like what? What do you mean?
Well, like, say that you're in a relationship and say the girl's getting really fit, but the guy is still overweight. How could a guy feel better, or how could the girl help him feel better?
Well, I feel like it will become an issue. I think it does, and I've seen it too. Like, guys get insecure too when the girl gets, you know, like, something
Really
done or getting fit and all that. And all I can say is, like, start working out, do something yourself too, so you don't feel that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, try to use her as motivation to help you also get more fit to be in that
Mm-hmm.
to be on that like same
Yeah,
level.
and communication. A guy is not used to communicating,
Mm-hmm.
but like, let's say a guy should tell a girl, you know what? It really, I feel insecure when you when you go to the gym and your sports bra and little short shorts. Can you not do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about that?
I think that's a tough subject too because I have had that with clients where the husband doesn't want him to dress a certain way and stuff like that, but the girl wants to be like, look, I'm working hard on my body and
Yeah,
I
she
want
feels
to like
motivated.
I want to feel cute
Uh-huh.
in the gym. So I think that yeah, having that communication and what I've told you is that I don't dress this way for men. I dress this way for girls because we want to look cute for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that gave you a lot of peace too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's something that when I communicated that with you, it helped a lot. So you didn't feel insecure about the way I dressed in the gym or anywhere. So I think that for most of the time, that's how girls are anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't think that men should feel so insecure about that because we
Yeah,
just want
that's
to look
one
cute
thing
for other
that
girls.
I had to understand with you because you were dressed all sexy, and I was like, well, where are you going? Like, who are you trying to impress?
Mm-hmm.
And it was something that you told me. You know what? It's not like that. Like girls, like want to look cool with each other. Like when they go
Yeah.
out or when they go to the gym. You
Yeah.
know, that's
Like
something
you
that
want
I
to
had
get
to,
compliments from your friends, like that's such a cute outfit. Oh,
and
thank
that's
you.
something
You
that I
know,
couldn't grasp as a man.
mm-hmm.
You know, because I guess I don't know. I don't know.
Men don't really dress for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess it's just something that if you communicate, then you could feel a lot better and more confident with each other. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that was about all of the subjects. Like we talked about training together, training apart. We talked a little bit about our background, everything that we've been through. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us anytime. We love to answer questions on our Instagram DMs, anywhere like that. Just because we love to help people, we love to help couples, especially because we've been through everything together. So it's like we've overcome a lot of obstacles, and we've found ways that have helped us grow stronger together in our fitness and in our health and in our life and our love.
And we have a bunch of stories too that our clients
Yes, yeah,
have gone through.
we're practically like psychologists also for our clients. Like
Yeah.
we talk to them about their relationship issues, their job issues, anything that they're dealing with. So
Which is confidential, like the stuff that they teach that you guys tell us.
oh yeah, we never
You don't
tell
talk to
anybody
anybody.
else. Yes, I mean we'll mention like we have a client who's going through this, but we never say any names. We never say anything like that. So we just love to help out and help our community. And we just want couples to grow stronger together because if we feel like the world right now is really trying to tear apart couples, and God doesn't want that for us. You know, God wants us to have healthy, strong relationships together in the gym, in our lives, in our jobs, in our work, in our church, everywhere. So that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
We're here, and that's why we're doing the Soulmates podcast. So thank you guys so much for listening, and stay tuned. We're going to have some more episodes now that we have our little studio all set up.
And you're gonna see cooler stuff day by day, podcast by podcast.
Yes. Thank you.
Live fit.